Our next talk is by Professor Swaroop Ganguly. He's the professor in charge at the IIT Bombay Research Park and the chief investigator at the Nanoelectronics Network for Research and Applications, earlier known as the Center of Application in Nanoelectronics at IIT Bombay. And welcome, Professor. Control.
Good. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Swaroop Ganguly, and I'll be telling you about the IIT Bombay Research Park. It's a relatively new initiative in the sense of being a few years old. I'll tell you the formal mission and vision of this place. But if I have to put it in a nutshell, it is IIT Bombay's window to industry. That's what it's meant to be. What you see here is IIT Bombay, the administrative building. And this is a building, the research park building, that is coming up. The last floor remains to be put up. So the tagline is, this is an applied science park for innovation, research, and entrepreneurship, Aspire. Here's the vision. So to achieve recognition for innovation, entrepreneurship, and research excellence, this is the key word here is industry-academia collaboration. This is meant to be a platform to facilitate that, to establish itself as an innovation hub, two-way flow of knowledge and resources between IIT Bombay and industry, creation of joint groups, and platform for entrepreneurship. So you have heard about a few different existing structures, right? The previous speaker talked about IRCC, which is our Dean R&D's office. If we are talking about, let's say, donation funds, we have a Dean's office for that. I don't know if there's somebody from that office here today. So the research park is a window. It connects to all of those offices. Okay, so it strives to be a single window. This is a kind of graphical representation of what the research park aims to do. It is to bring academia and industry together to enable translation. This is your TRL ladder. And the strongest proposition here by which we seek to enable this is co-location. So that's what the building is about. I think I'll have a couple of slides about the building, so I'll tell you about that in a bit. These are domains of R&D strength at IIT Bombay. We are, of course, biotech has been an area of great strength for years now, and we have many others. So that is one reason for me to be here is that everything related to biotech you can get from WRCB. Industry interests could be broader. There could be other things you are looking at. So then we are happy to come in. So this is the building. It's a 14-floor structure, and it's designed to support industry, R&D labs, and offices in many different sectors. So the lower floors have heavy load-bearing capacity. The upper floors are provisioned to house bio and chemistry labs and so forth. Let me not get into the details of that. But besides the R&D labs and offices, there's a bunch of amenities which we want to provide to the clients of the research park. This is actually a unique initiative in the sense of being an R&D space that won't be with us, IIT Bombay faculty, it will be with industry. Okay. There are already some clients that we have, though we don't have the building. They are operating out of temporary space on campus. They will all move to the building once it comes up. Here are some of those clients. So I should maybe take a minute to talk about Applied Materials. They have been on our campus. This is, by the way, the Applied Materials is the largest semiconductor equipment company in the world. Their Mumbai office is inside IIT Bombay. They have, I think, close to 40 plus engineers who work in the Applied Materials lab on our campus, and that is the value that I want to talk about. In COVID times, COVID times have motivated us to also come out with a virtual model, which we call associate members. So what we have here is a these are the associate members who don't have rental space on campus. And what you will find from the names is it's a mix, both of these lists of rental clients and associate members sort of spans very big multinational companies as well as small companies, MSMEs, even startups. So the modes of engagement for industry, I could not attend the first part of today, but I suspect that this would have been covered. Is that, okay, maybe I'll just take a minute. So basically, in order to be on our research park, what distinguishes our research park from any tech park on anywhere, right, is that it is IIT Bombay's tech park in a sense. And we impose additional conditions for industry to be welcomed here. The additional condition is that you have to be strongly engaged with IIT Bombay. And this here is a buffet of all the ways in which we are happy to see engagement. Everything from, you know, the standard research and consultancy projects, you know, endowments, let's say CSR type, student sponsorships, student internships. We have talked about consortia. We have talked about training, faculty visitors. All of these are acceptable and welcomed modes of engagement. Some of these are, as you can immediately tell, they are cash or cash equivalent if you have to sponsor a project or give a donation. But at the research park, there's also another kind of engagement which we value, and it's part of our calculus, and that is things like, which are not cash equivalent. If you are publishing a paper together with academia, if you are filing a patent application, we take that into account as well. So we quantify this using kind of currency that we have come up with. It's called iCoins, for innovation coins. Part of it is equivalent to cash, but we also give iCoins for that kind of engagement on research and innovation. Okay, so the way that this works on the ground is that Research Park, in the building that you saw, will be providing warm shell to industry to co-locate their R&D labs or offices. And this is what I was talking about. Engagement will be mandatory. This is what makes us, this is what is our motivation to welcome industry into our tech park. This is what I was referring to. There's a company that comes into Research Park. There's two kinds of commitment. One is the standard kind of commitment that you would have in any tech park. There's some rentals and maintenance fees. And this goes to the Research Park company. So the Research Park, because it is into commercial endeavors, it's set up as a separate non-profit company. So this all goes there. And then what we are calling indirect are these iCoins, which can be earned through all of those interactions. Okay, cash and non-cash kind of interactions, but engagement with IIT Bombay essentially. This is what we see as benefits to industry through this Research Park interaction. Access to the intellectual capital, and I'm sure this point I don't need to belabor after you have gone through the talks here. The infrastructure to co-locate, access to state-of-the-art research infrastructure. Again, I'm sure that you have seen all of this. We subsidize the rentals compared to what it is outside. This is not for IIT Bombay. It's not about rental income. It is about the engagement. So that's what we really are after. This is just to share with you, full disclosure, this is benefits to us that we are motivated and incentivized to do joint development with industry. Our faculty, that's how it works for our faculty today. So we are looking to increase our R&D funding, right, also. We are looking to work on industry-relevant problems. So, when it comes to research and translation, one hears of this triple helix which has to work together, right? And it's good to talk about a triple helix in a bio forum. So the triple helix is academia, industry, and government. And we in India, I think, are beginning to realize that really all these three have to come together. And for good or for bad, our government has also realized that that has to happen. Therefore, the research park. But therefore also, when we as IIT Bombay faculty have to go to government, as we were just discussing, it helps us a lot if academia and industry go together and present a common front. So that is something we really want to encourage. Our research park clients are really encouraged to write joint proposals. There are many government schemes now where they want to see academia industry partnership. So that is really encouraged. Of course, we want to see commercialization of the research that we are doing. This is largely about that. India issues. So India is, of course, a big commercial market. It's also our home, and we want to come up with solutions for our place, for our home, and that can go out into the whole world. And the last and very important point is we want to make our students ready for you, for industry. We want to make them industry ready, and working closely together while they are students really helps in that. So we don't want industry to complain that we read in the newspapers, students are not industry ready. And now you have no excuse, okay? Okay, I think that's all we have. Thank you so much, and I'm happy to take questions.
Swaroop, is it okay if we do the questions offline? Thank you. So we have a slide.